Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MPWF Metal episode 9. It is the pre-show to Bad Blood. I'm your host as always, ladies and gentlemen, Dwayne James, Johnny Feelgood, and we're kicking things off with Cruiserweight Classic action. Making his way to the ring first is the insane luchador, Super Crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MPWF Metal. I'm glad you guys are here. Guess what, folks? Tomorrow night is MPWF Bad Blood. It will be on YouTube, and we cannot wait, ladies and gentlemen. Super Crazy making his way to the ring tonight here. Losers bracket, second round. We've got the final two matches on this week's edition here of Metal, as well as Greg James versus BVD, and a huge main event between Monster Mash and Team Hall of Fame. All this and more on tonight's edition of episode 9 of Metal, sorry. Jesus, I almost got ahead of myself. Episode 10 is next week. I'm excited. Bad Blood is here to come, and it is here to stay. As you can see, we got a little bit of a graphical upgrade in the MPWF. The MPWF is getting better every single time we put out a new episode on YouTube. And what about what we saw this past week on episode 9 of CAW Wrestling for the MPWF? Apollo and Zeus absolutely shattered the ring, folks. If you haven't seen that, go back and tune in and watch that once this show is done. But making his way to the ring here, before I get ahead of myself, is representing the World Wrestling Future, Aaron Flyboy Fletcher, who will take on Super Crazy here tonight. And for those of you, this is the first time you're tuning into the MPWF, and this is the first show that you happen to see. We've been having a 16-man Cruiserweight Classic tournament, double elimination. So basically what that means is that there's a winner's bracket and a loser's bracket. Every time somebody loses in the tournament, they move to the loser's bracket, where they have one more opportunity to make it to the Undisputed Cruiserweight Championship matchup. In a few short amount of time here, maybe a few short weeks of CAW Wrestling action, we're going to get to the finals for the Undisputed Cruiserweight Championship. And that's where the winners of the winner's bracket and the winner of the loser's bracket will go head to head. And I cannot wait, folks. Aaron Flyboy Fletcher here with a big-time opportunity for this kid representing the World Wrestling Future, wrestling on the pre-show to Bad Blood. This is something that this guy, I don't think he ever thought he was going to do this early on in his career, but him stacking up wins on the losers bracket has allowed him to get to this point, and now he's here on the big stage to prove exactly what he can do to the MPWF audience. So here we go, folks. Opening contest of episode 9 of Metal right now. The Bad Blood pre-show. Second round of the losers bracket. Who's going to make it through? As both men in that collar elbow tie-up. Aaron Fletcher gunning around the way. Super Crazy there with a snapmare into a chin lock. And again, you are seeing the very best of the cruiserweights in the MPWF. This Cruiserweight Classic has been absolutely insane, folks. Some of the matches that we have seen thus far in this tournament have been incredible. You know, in the first round, we saw Cypher versus Yamamoto Yoshino. This past episode of the World Wrestling Future, Yamamoto Yoshino took on Marcus Eagle. You know, Bad Blood coming up. It's going to be the Cypher versus Phoenix Oscuro, Craig David versus Johnny Monday. Right now, it's Aaron Fletcher versus Super Crazy. It is a who's who of cruiserweights in CAW Wrestling, and they're fighting out to see who will become the Undisputed Cruiserweight Champion here tonight, as well as, in the tournament, as well as here tonight, we'll have Scorpion Zinda versus Fabulous in the final second round losers bracket matchup, as Aaron Fletcher now attacking the arm of Super Crazy. Missing the knee strike there, and Super Crazy now kicking the leg, but Aaron Fletcher no-selling it, and an elbow in Super Crazy. I don't think Super Crazy got all of what he was looking for there. You know, this is really, really big time here in the MPWF. So much is moving on, is moving in the MPWF. So many people are really starting to showcase who they are as a character, what they bring to the table in the ring. You know, look at that move right there by Super Crazy. So many people are being seen for the first time. The audience continues to grow. Our subscriber count grows with every single episode, as we try to rebuild from the old MPWF channel we had in the past here. Nice back drop there by Super Crazy. You know, it is big time here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. Kick out there for Aaron Fletcher. And Super Crazy missing the kick though here. Both these men have each other well scouted. you know, Super Crazy is not going to make the mistake he made against Aaron Fletcher's friend and training partner, Philip Dallas, a couple weeks back on Metal. What Aaron Fletcher himself, he's been watching a ton of Super Crazy footage throughout not only his life, but, in preparation for this matchup. It's like every time these men are trying to go for some offense, somebody has a reversal for the other. But Super Crazy got him up here, and now there's a powerbomb by Super Crazy. Trying to get the pinfall here. This could be it. 2 and 3 and no. Super Crazy trying to end this one early. And now there's a shooting star press there by Super Crazy. And Super Crazy now moonsault there. The insane luchador showing why he is one of the best luchadors of all time. And Aaron Fletcher kicking out. Super Crazy himself probably wasn't expecting to be in the losers bracket this early on in the tournament, but that is how tough the competition is. And Super Crazy now all over Aaron Flyboy Fletcher. The kid is going to have to do something here, and he catches him, but no, Super Crazy throwing Aaron Fletcher over. Nice move there by Super Crazy. Now he heads to the top rope, looking to go high risk is Super Crazy, and there's a leg drop and he misses. Aaron Fletcher wisely rolling out the way of that one here, and now it's got him, and oh, what a reverse DDT there by Fletcher. And now Fletcher with a savant kick to Super Crazy. This could be it. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, wow. Caught Super Crazy on the chin. Almost got the finish right there and then. Aaron Fletcher coming to fight here. I want to believe that's Vega from Street Fighter colors that Aaron Fletcher's gone on a little bit different gear here tonight. Aaron Fletcher showing up and showing out for this crowd here in MPWF Metal. And oh wait, Super Crazy knocked the outside the ring. Aaron Fletcher looking to go high risk here. Fly, boy, fly! Aaron Fletcher with the Spaceman Plancher on top of Super Crazy. And this is Cruiserweight action at its finest here live tonight on episode 9 of Metal. And Fletcher signaling that maybe this matchup is over. A nice move to the outside of the ring here. He should go for a cover once he throws Super Crazy into the ring. And Aaron Fletcher elects not to do that. But he's got him up here and now. Oh, wow. Nice move there by Aaron Fletcher. That could be it. 2 and 3. And oh, wow. Super Crazy barely getting the shoulder up. Aaron Fletcher almost scoring the victory there. And again, this could be huge for Aaron Fletcher's career here. You imagine this kid at 19 winning this matchup, but oh my goodness, that might be it right there. Super Crazy may have finished it with that dude buster right there on Aaron Fletcher. And now Super Crazy gonna go high risk, and there's a big time leg drop by Super Crazy. This could be it. 2, he's done, and 3. Oh no, Aaron Fletcher managing to kick out again, showing a lot of heart in this matchup. As Super Crazy now fighting back with the neck breaker. And now that Aaron Fletcher is still fighting in this matchup, could you imagine if he advances even more in this tournament? What it would mean for the career of Aaron Fletcher? But Super Crazy now on the top rope. Aaron Fletcher trying to roll out the way, and Super Crazy was perhaps looking for his patented moonsault. But Aaron Fletcher though, missing the knee strike. Oh, what a kick there by Super Crazy. Right in the ribs. Super Crazy heading to the top rope here. And now the insane luchador going for the moonsault. Look at the elevation on that move right there. Folks, this is all she wrote. 2 and 3. And Super Crazy moves on in the losers bracket to the 3rd round. Great way to kick off MPWF Metal tonight. Great action here by these cruiserweights in the tournament. Aaron Fletcher showing a lot of heart in this tournament, a lot of heart in this matchup, but it is the end of the road for him in the Cruiserweight Classic. Look at the athleticism of Aaron Fletcher. Fly boy fly. He tried to do what he could, but the veteran instinct of Super Crazy kicked in, and he was able to get the victory with high-risk offense like that right there. And his moonsault. What an incredible finishing maneuver for the legend Super Crazy. And Super Crazy knows that all he has to do is continue on, as you see it right there. We know that in the 3rd round, Marcus Eagle will meet Charlie Jean. Super Crazy will meet the winner of Fabulous and Scorpion Zinda, which we will find out later tonight. The tournament for the Cruiserweight Classic continues. Who will advance? Who will get to challenge for the undisputed Cruiserweight Championship. Oh, look who we have backstage here. Richard Hawkins and Chris World Champ. And Richard Hawkins says tonight is a good night for Chris Champ to become the world champion. And he's asking if Angel Ortiz is ready to go. And folks, he may not be after the assault from Chris World Champ on episode 9. I'll tell you something about Angel Ortiz. Chris World Champ may think he's knocked him down, but Angel Ortiz is one of the toughest men I've ever met in my life. And he'll be ready to fight in that world title matchup at Bad Blood. But here we go. It is grudge match time here on MPWF Metal. BVD has been waiting for this matchup ever since the pre-show to Clash of Champions when he took on Greg James and was unsuccessful in defeating him. And after the matchup, Greg James extended a hand to BVD and BVD simply walked away. On episode 8 of MPWF Metal, BVD straight up said, "Look here, I am nobody's stepping stone in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. I want to make it to the very top, and I will one day. This kid is not going to beat me and move on, and everybody's going to forget about me." Quite surprisingly here, a bit of a mixed reaction for Greg James as he makes his way to the ring here tonight. Greg James is an incredible athlete, an incredible competitor, and you know, he has been making quite a name for himself on MPWF Metal. But some of the fans here not warming up to Greg James, and you know what, like, I hope he proves them wrong. Greg James is incredible in the ring here. And, you know, not a lot of buzz for Greg James. Now, to be fair, he's only wrestled in MPWF Metal. But this matchup here, this grudge match against BVD, if he can get BVD beaten and out of his life, he'll move on to bigger and better things here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. And exactly with how fast things are moving in the MPWF, these men don't want to be left behind. These men want to move on. They want championship opportunities. They want big match opportunities. You know, that's what Bad Blood is all about, right? The Money in the Bank, 2 gauntlet matches, 1 for the women, 1 for the men, 8 competitors with the opportunity to win the briefcase and can cash in at any time for up to the next calendar year to become the world champion. And Greg James and BVD may have a grudge match, but they are not involved in that 8-man briefcase matchup. And that's the opportunity that both of these men are looking for. So with a bigger audience and more eyes watching them here tonight on this pre-show, they need to show the world that they are ready to go. And now look at that move right there. And you know, this is a very old school style matchup. There's not going to be a lot of diving around the ring, a lot of high risk offense. It's going to be a very physical matchup. Very, you know, barroom brawl type fight between these two. You know, Greg James has an incredible amateur background. Oh, look at that right there by BVD. BVD does not. BVD likes to fight, but Greg James himself, you know, he likes to fight as well. There's a whole lot of people that watched a lot of Finley in this matchup and take that mantra seriously. BVD now. Big stomp to the gut there of Greg James. You know, and I gotta think for both of these men, the first thing that you guys need to take a look at is perhaps the Hardcore Championship. That has seemed to be quite the kickoff point for a lot of superstars in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation recently. To really state their claim in other divisions is that Hardcore title. So if I was them, that's my old DJ recommendation that, you know, they should go after it. Nice drop kick there by Greg James. Greg James now has BVD. BVD though, oh, I thought BVD hung onto the ropes, but being sent to the outside of the ring. And once again, like I said, a very physical matchup right off the bat. And now BVD thrown into the table. And now, oh, face first on the announce table goes BVD. Greg James now, oh, missing the clothesline. BVD ducking under it. And now BVD with a right hand. Oh my lord. Right hand dropping Greg James right to his feet. And now BVD in control of this matchup, and BVD's got him up here, and there's a shin breaker. You know, BVD is a tough brawler, but he is calculated. A lot of people don't give him that kind of credit, but look at that right there, shin breaker right into a Boston Crab. Nice technical sequence there by BVD as he tries to wrench back on Greg James. Greg James in trouble, referee in a great position here. Greg James, though, able to get the rope, and BVD having to let go of the hold. Now BVD turning Greg James over here. Oh, stiff kick to the back. BVD felt embarrassed when he lost to Greg James, you know, on episode 6 of Metal. And he wants to change that embarrassment back. He wants to embarrass Greg James here tonight. Greg James, though, fighting back out from that neck crank. Trying to fight back there. There's a right hand by Greg James. Greg James trying to fight. There's a kick there, though. A chop. Anything he can do. Anything he can use on BVD right now. Look at these strikes here. Greg James out on the second rope. A nice clothesline there by Greg James. Good wherewithal, but the crowd here not working with BVD or Greg James in this matchup with BVD kicking out. You know, this kind of reminds me of those early 205 Live days when Buddy Murphy, Mustafa Ali, Tony Nese, Rich Swann, all those guys would go out, be having killer matches, and it's just the unknownness from the crowd until the crowd can warm up to them. And I feel that's the exact same situation with BVD and Greg James. There's a stiff boot there by BVD, and BVD now with a kick to the gut. And now, oh, the net breaker there by BVD. And BVD not wasting time now with an elbow off the second rope. The man from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Oh, kick out. Well, BVD gets all that strength from his work on the farm, his work in the country. That is country boy strength from BVD. And now BVD setting up again, and there's another uppercut. And Greg James this time falling right to his face. But Greg James is able to reverse with a nice lucha arm drag. Whipping that out of nowhere. Greg James caught him up, and there's a cravat suplex on BVD. Nice move there by Greg James, trying to finish this one off here. 1, 2, and 3. No, BVD able to get the shoulder up. Referee letting everybody know it was a 2. Greg James now heading to the top rope here. Greg James now going to go high risk. It is an elbow drop. Greg James now going for the cover on BVD. 1, 2, and 3. BVD getting the shoulder up, and Greg James now thinking that should have been it. And now you can hear the crowd starting to come up here. Starting to respect and appreciate what these two men are doing in this matchup. Greg James throwing BVD into the buckle, but BVD able to move out the way. And BVD now. Oh, wow. Look at that collision. And that's another boot by BVD. Greg James in trouble. Greg James trying to use the ropes to pull himself up. BVD now. Oh, no. Greg James, but BVD hanging on. Greg James now. Oh, stiff. Oh, what a stiff forearm there for BVD. Knocking him out off of his feet. And what is Greg James going for here? He's got BVD on the apron. He's on the second rope there. And Greg James with a suplex from the outside of the ring to the inside. What a move there by Greg James. And the crowd here appreciating that right now. And Greg James immediately heading to the top rope here. Looking to perhaps go high risk one more time. Greg James telling BVD, this is it, buddy. Greg James, elbow drop off the top rope to BVD. Going for a cover. Referee needs to be in place. 2 and 3. And Greg James picks up the victory after an amazing suplex to the inside of the ring. Hell of a matchup, and I think that they were able to earn the respect of the crowd by the time this matchup was done. What a fight between BVD and Greg James here on Metal. It was smash mouth and physical from the get-go. Look at this cravat suplex. Look at the way BVD landed on the back of his head. But he was still able to kick out there. That's the toughness of BVD. A beautiful elbow drop. That's the first one that BVD was able to kick out of. But that suplex and then a second elbow drop. And there was no way. Look at that right there. What a move by Greg James. And what a victory for him here tonight as he moves on, and he may have now put BVD behind him, and now he needs to move on to bigger and better things here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. And yeah, now you can see the respect from the crowd here after that matchup. Hell of a fight. And oh wait, BVD getting up. And BVD, I think, is showing some respect to Greg James. And how could you not? BVD extending their hands and... Oh, come on! Come on, BVD with a low blow to Greg James. A sore freaking loser was BVD. And here we are backstage now with the hardcore champion CJ Parker. And I do think some fans want to know exactly why CJ Parker targeted the hardcore title and Hector Rodriguez. You know, CJ Parker has not said anything since his MPWF title match at the Clash of Champions. And that's exactly what I was saying before. The hardcore title represents the will to change your career. Recently, it's done wonders for Hector Rodriguez and now CJ Parker. And I can see why CJ Parker was targeting the hardcore title to pick up on his quest to get back to the MPWF World Championship. And CJ Parker saying that the hardcore title is indicative of the fact that he will win the gauntlet match tonight and become Mr. Money in the Bank and go on to win the MPWF World Championship. The ball is in CJ Parker's court. It's up to... Oh, what is this? Oh, somebody's attacking CJ Parker. And wait a minute. I think I know who that is. CJ Parker being attacked by Jason Holiday, and that's who it is. Jason Holiday, a former hardcore champion. The belt did wonders for him when he had it as well. And CJ Parker in trouble. Jason Holiday will also be in the Money in the Bank gauntlet matchup at Bad Blood. And now he's got CJ Parker up here. And now, look at this. Oh, right on his head. CJ Parker's been laid out. Jason Holiday knocking him down here. And folks, we've just lost the feed. And I've just got in my headset that Jason Holiday just pinned CJ Parker. And Jason Holiday has become the brand new MPWF Hardcore Champion. Jason Holiday making a statement already tonight before Bad Blood is taking place by winning the Hardcore title off CJ Parker. You know, there is definitely going to be a lot of fans that ain't happy that Jason Holiday just took that Hardcore title. And he's going to be walking into the briefcase matchup with the Hardcore Championship. But, you know, the show must move on, and we head into our next matchup. Cruiserweight Classic, the final losers bracket second round matchup, and making his way to the ring accompanied by his entourage, Fabulous. Fabulous came out on Metal episode 7 and said to the whole world that I am going to win not only the Cruiserweight Classic, but I'm going to get my revenge on Billy Ray Peterson. He is now in a situation where if he loses this match tonight, he is done, kaput, out the tournament, no more Undisputed Cruiserweight Championship. Fabulous, a former Cruiserweight champion himself, does not want that to take place, and that is why he has brought the backup of the entourage here tonight. And look who's brought back up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Scorpion Zinder, bringing Marcus Eagle with him as backup here tonight for the entourage. Gen X in full force for this Cruiserweight Classic matchup. Folks, this is going to be great. On episode 8 last week of MPWF Metal, Scorpion Zinder and Pretty Boy Swag had an absolute banger of a main event. And Scorpion Zinder looks to continue that to move on in the Cruiserweight Classic. We already saw earlier tonight that Marcus Eagle, after losing to Johnny Monday, has dropped down and will face Charlie Jean in the next round of the Cruiserweight tournament. He lost to Johnny Monday, but on the World Wrestling Future, defeated the champion Yamamoto Yoshino. Marcus Eagle will compete soon in the Cruiserweight Classic third round of the losers bracket. Scorpion Zinder looking to join Marcus Eagle. Both of these men said that they would love for the finals for the Undisputed Cruiserweight Championship to be between themselves, best friends, Gen X members, and currently have a future shot at the MPWF World Tag Team Championships, which I cannot wait to see when they have that opportunity. You know, again, the tag team wrestling is going to be huge at Bad Blood. We have a 2 out of 3 falls tag team match between the Varsity Club and the Bloodshed Fight School. And folks, if you love pure wrestling, that matchup is going to be for you. Scorpion Zinder now working the collar elbow tie up there with Fabulous. And Fabulous slapping Scorpion Zinder in the face. You know, Fabulous is going to try and play some mind games with Scorpion Zinder, but right there, Scorpion Zinder is not going to fall for it. You know, all of the contingents of people that have been watching MPWF Metal loyally since we've been back on YouTube know exactly how good Scorpion Zinder is, know how good his composure in the ring is. Right there, a slap back to Fabulous. And like I said, Scorpion Zinder is not going to let the mind games of Fabulous take him over in this matchup. And you know Scorpion Zinder is going to be feeling confident with the backup of his best friend and tag team partner Marcus Eagle. Fabulous with the reversal though. Working back that headlock here. Now working into the ropes is Zinder. Zinder now sending him off the ropes. Drop down here. Oh no, I thought he was going for a leapfrog, but a straight up calf kick right to the face there. We got Gregory and Isaac jaw-jacking with the crowd. Zinder now throwing Fabulous into the buckle and out of the clothesline. Like I said, the action of the Cruiserweight Classic has been amazing. This has easily been the best tournament we've ever had in the MPWF, and Fabulous with a reversal. And Fabulous letting everybody know how good he is in the ring, and he is very good. Fabulous' eccentric and flamboyant nature, some people may see that as a weak point, but for God's sakes, people, it's 2021. What has that got to do with wrestling? Look at how good Fabulous is in the ring. And he's here to prove it in every single match he's in. Referee goes for the cover. And Scorpions then are able to kick out. Oh, what a double axe handle there by Fabulous. And Fabulous fighting back. Look at these boxing shots there by Fabulous. Fabulous also has quite a great fight background. He's trained in MMA as well. Knows what he's doing in the ring. A nice move there by Scorpion Zinder, downward spiral. You know, we've talked about before Scorpion Zinder, a man who's traveled in many a car. Nice tilt-to-one backbreaker there. You know, he's slept in many a gym to try and achieve this dream of becoming a top-core wrestler. It's Fabulous using the size advantage in this matchup, and there's a kick to the face. You know, everybody's dream to succeed in core wrestling. And again, it's not very often that opportunities like a big-time tournament like this shows up. And Scorpion's in to grab the rope break. And I didn't know if you saw there, Fabulous holding onto the pin, and Scorpion's in actually punching Fabulous in the face. Fabulous is a master tactician in the ring. You know, everything he does, there is a purpose. There is a rhyme and reason for what he does inside the ring. And now look at this right here. Nice DDT there by Fabulous, going for the cover, but Scorpion's in there once again, knowing where he is in the ring at all times, able to grab the rope. But now there with that seated abdominal stretch is Fabulous, and he's wrenching back, trying to work at the midsection of Scorpion Zinder, but Zinder now elbowing the knee, and you see Fabulous having to move it out the way, still trying to hold on to the arm. Scorpion is still fighting. There's a hip toss, knocking down Fabulous. Great matchup we're seeing here, folks. Scorpion's in and now on the second rope, saying he's got something for Fabulous. And now, there's a senton. Off the second rope now. Scorpion's in and now heading to the top. Zinder now. Oh my lord. Swanton bomb off the top rope. 2. This is it. 3-0. Near fall there for Scorpion Zinder. Fabulous just getting the shoulder up. And what an insecurity. And look at that, wisely Fabulous rolling to the outside of the ring, creating that separation in space, and Scorpion's in and knocking him off the apron. And now look at that right there, Isaac distracting Scorpion Zinder and giving Fabulous the time he needs to recover. And that's Scorpion Zinder seeing Fabulous, but not in time. Fabulous has him up there. What a move. Going for the cover. This could be it. 1, 2, and 3. And Scorpion Zinder getting the shoulder up and staying in this matchup. And Fabulous disagreeing with the referee. Scorpion Zinder was screwed out of his winner's bracket match against Charlie Jean. He doesn't want to be screwed here tonight, and there's a net breaker. Fabulous picking Zinder right back up here. And now got Zinder, Irish whip sending him into the buckle. Fabulous now, but Scorpion Zinder moving out the way. Scorpion Zinder now, got him up here. Nice snap suplex there. Great back and forth contest here. Again, this is a very desperate situation, is the loser's bracket. You lose, you're out. There's no more Cruiserweight Classic for you. And now Fabulous got him back up. Oh, reversal there. Uppercut by Scorpion Zinder. Another right hand there. Fabulous is now spaghetti leg. But reversal, and there's a kick there to the midsection. Fabulous now with a right hand. And a second right hand. Sending Scorpion Zinder into the buckle. Some body shots there. But no, Scorpion Zinder reverses it here. And it's a strike off. Scorpion Zinder throw Fabulous to the outside of the ring here. Look at this. Isaac jaw-jacking with him. Oh, there's Gregory. Oh, he ducked Gregory's shot. There's a DDT through the bottom rope. Scorpion Zinder with amazing athleticism. Ducking under Gregory. Hitting the DDT on Fabulous. And now throwing him inside the ring. And Scorpion Zinder here could be the winner. Scorpion Zinder going for the cover. This is it. 1, 2, and 3. And oh my goodness. Fabulous got the shoulder up. This matchup is still continuing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is last chance, last opportunity to move on in the Cruiserweight Classic. And Scorpion Zinder now sending Fabulous into the buckle here. And now he's got him up on the top rope. And what on earth has Scorpion Zinder got going on in his mind? Perhaps a superplex to finish this match off right here and now. Got him up and... oh, good Lord! Jesus Christ, he just brain busted him on the turnbuckle. Scorpion Zinder now going to the top to finish this off. Fabulous has got nowhere to go. Zinder with a body splash. Zinder needs to capitalize and go for the cover. I know Zinder wants to do some more damage to Fabulous. And now Fabulous trying to... I don't even know if Fabulous knows where he is. And oh, yeah, he doesn't. Just a strike out of desperation and a knee strike. Fabulous trying to do what he can here, trying to go for a cover. This is not going to beat Scorpion Zinder. Fabulous does not even know where he is. He is willy-nilly. And oh, wait a second. Look at this here. Look at that. Gregory distracted the referee. And oh, for God's sake. Fabulous just hit Scorpion Zinder with a chair. Marcus Eagle trying to get the referee. He's saying, look at this. Look at this. And now Fabulous on the top rope. Fabulous moonsault to Scorpion Zinder. The chair is friggin' in the shot there. The referee still hasn't seen the chair. 2. Oh, for God's sake. Damn. Scorpion Zinder's been eliminated. Scorpion Zinder's been eliminated. Absolute heartbreak for Scorpion Zinder in the Cruiserweight Classic here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He had Fabulous finished, but the entourage, even with Marcus Eagle at ringside, able to distract the referee, throwing a steel chair in the ring for Fabulous. But you see, this is when Zinder threw Fabulous in. I mean, you got to give Fabulous kudos for kicking out of that DDT. I didn't expect that at all. I thought that was the end of the matchup. This was desperation. Yes, Fabulous didn't even know where he was, but watch this. This is where the chair was thrown in here. The chair was thrown in and the crowd reacted. They're not happy with that at all. Fabulous moves on in the Cruiserweight Classic. And now you see it, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous will meet Super Crazy. Marcus Eagle will meet Charlie Jean. And the winner of those matches will meet the losers of our 2 matches at Bad Blood to round out the losers bracket of the Cruiserweight Classic. We are getting ever closer to the finals for the Undisputed Cruiserweight Championship. And there's no way this crowd is happy at all that Fabulous has moved on and Scorpion's in the house. Look at the evidence. There's the steel chair right there. And here we are backstage with Austin Taylor. And you don't need to be afraid anymore, Austin Taylor. We know how good you are in the ring. She is fearless, ladies and gentlemen. And that's true. She was here before all of those core feds. She was rested and showing everything that she could do right here on YouTube way back in the day. She has seen it all in the industry. And is it Austin Taylor's time? Will Austin Taylor win the briefcase at Bad Blood? Will she become Mrs. Money in the Bank? But folks, here it is. It's time for our... Wait a minute. I was going to say it's time for our main event. What on earth? Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, that is Heath Slater. And folks, this may seem extremely random, but back in 2013, Heath Slater and 3MB, two former WWE World Champions, were trying to get a job in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation, and they failed miserably. Apollo took care of them at WrestleMania 3, but what on earth is Heath Slater doing here tonight? Why is Heath Slater on MPWF Metal tonight? And yeah, the one-man band is back, baby! Heath Slater is back in the MPWF, but why? And I mean, he wasn't a former MPWF superstar. He was trying to be one. And he is definitely still a free agent. I have not seen a single core fed pick up Heath Slater. Now, how on earth did Heath Slater think he was going to be involved in the briefcase match that's going to take place at Bad Blood? How is the MPWF holding you back? You're not even signed to the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. And oh my goodness, Heath Slater telling the crowd to shut up and let him talk. He's not here to beg for his chance anymore like in 2013. Prime time Heath Slater now, baby. You can suck his... What? Heath Slater wants the Money in the Bank briefcase handed to him. Now, I don't think that's going to happen whatsoever. There's a lot of men in this matchup who ain't going to hand you that briefcase, Heath Slater. But, oh, wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the music of Chase Stevens. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Chase Stevens has been out since episode 7 when he challenged for the United States Championship and Chris World Champ suplexed him to the outside of the ring. Chase Stevens here with a little bit of a new look. Growing out some of his facial hair, Chase Stevens will be in the Money in the Bank briefcase matchup. He will have a chance to become Mr. Money in the Bank. And here he is confronting Heath Slater here tonight on Metal. It is great to see Chase Stevens back in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. And oh wait! Chase Stevens kicking Heath Slater right in the gut. Chase Stevens got Heath Slater up and he's got him. And ladies and gentlemen, the vertebraker on Heath Slater. Look at that right there, the vertebraker by Chase Stevens. And Chase Stevens sending a message to everybody tonight that he is looking to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Huge return for Chase Stevens here tonight on Metal. Chase Stevens has the attributes. He has the talent. Could this man walk out with the briefcase at Bad Blood? And there you see it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we want to thank Lacuna Coil for the theme song, Spellbound. But there, Mason Gray, Jason Holiday, the new hardcore champion, CJ Parker, Billy Ray Peterson, Chase Stevens, Hector Rodriguez, Ryan Sparks, and Shane Carter will all do battle to see who will become Mr. Money in the Bank, as well as Serenity, Kim Steele, Carmen Carmichael, Fearless Austin Taylor, Carmella, Justice Fitzgerald, Lil Beast, and the debuting Morgan Stone will compete for the women's Money in the Bank. 2 out of 3 falls for the MPWF Tag Team titles. The Bloodshed Fight School will go one-on-one with the Varsity Club. The Cruiserweight Classic continues. The Cypher will meet Venus Obscuro in one matchup, and in the second matchup of the Cruiserweight Classic winner bracket, Johnny Monday will go one-on-one with Superstar Craig David. And ladies and gentlemen, our 2 huge main event matches for the Women's World Championship. Angelina Peace will challenge Faye Bartlett. Angelina Peace is fighting for the pride of the women's division. Faye Bartlett says she's a big money player as she only competes on the big stage. Well, the big stage is now, and your main event for the World Championship, United States Champion Chris World Champ goes one-on-one with Angel Ortiz. We have never seen Ortiz vulnerable before. Will the momentum continue? Will Chris World Champ become a double champion at Bad Blood? The time for talking is done, ladies and gentlemen. It is main event time here on Metal. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to that ovation for Team Hall of Fame, Dr. Ice Jr. and the Eclipse. This is one of the most incredible tandems in MPWF history. Like, what we're witnessing, seeing these two team up together on a regular basis, is special. Monster Mash trying to ruin that for everybody, trying to take out Team Hall of Fame. They believe it was Team Hall of Fame's fault that they weren't able to beat Gen X at Clash of Champions. And you know, they took that out on Team Hall of Fame on episode 7 of Metal, and this matchup was announced last week, and here we go. Team Hall of Fame finally back in competition, and they are ready to fight tonight. You know, you talk about a pure rules matchup that we're going to see in a 2 out of 3 falls match at Bad Blood. There ain't going to be nothing pure about this fight between these behemoths in Monster Mash and Team Hall of Fame. Cannonball with the red bandana, Oddball with the dodgy hair, of course. Here we go, tag team competition. The 2 stooges of Mason Gray. And oh, wait a minute. Oh wait, the Eclipse of Dr. Ice Jr. going after Monster Mash. They're going after Monster Mash right off the bat here. And there we go, folks. And this is what I was saying. This is going to be a fight, a war here. Team Hall of Fame saying in the past that, you know, they don't want to be those veterans that take away from the young talent here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. You know, they want to help the young talent succeed as much as possible. Give them advice, work with them. What they don't want is 2 bullies in Monster Mash throwing their weight around, injuring and hurting the younger talent of the MPWF, and specifically they were protecting Gen X, but you know that once they were done with Gen X, they obviously, the next on their mind was going to be the Varsity Club, you know, maybe the Bloodshed Fight School. It all remains to be seen, but first they got to get through Team Hall of Fame as the Eclipse there, with a shot as a kick to the back of the head. Said all 4 of these men in this matchup are huge dudes. There's a nice Michinoku driver there by the Eclipse, and he is fired up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And Cannonball and Oddball have no idea where they are. The Eclipse fighting back with a knee to the back. And Team Hall of Fame are all over them in this matchup. But you know, Team Hall of Fame did say that, you know, they do want to protect the young audience, but they would love to have one run as the MPWF Tag Team Champions. And that could be possible. And especially when you had Monster Mash last week on Metal say specifically that after this is done, they will be next in line for the tag team titles. What happens if Team Hall of Fame picks up the victory tonight? Will we see the Varsity Club with the Bloodshed Fight School versus Team Hall of Fame? And now look at that Oddball knocking Dr. Ice Jr. off the apron. Said Monster Mash are a hard team to keep down. They're in the wrong headspace, pairing themselves with Mason Gray. There's just no good to come from that. And we saw what happened on episode 9 of MPWF Core Wrestling when Mason Gray attacked Joe Eagle's son, Christopher Eagle. Look at this, they're not even worried about the referee. You know, like, and who knows, maybe Monster Mash were involved in that as well. I wouldn't put it past those 2 guys now. But Dr. Ice Jr. here looking to get some retribution on Monster Mash. And go right after Cannonballs. Dr. Ice Jr. knocking him off the apron. This ain't much of a conventional tag team matchup as much as a fight. And now Dr. Ice Jr. there with a neck snap. A big guy is Dr. Ice Jr. Goes for the cover here too, and this could be it. No. Dr. Ice Jr. with his heritage. You know. Oh, a kick to the back there. Half black, half First Nations. A hell of a heritage, a hell of a competitor, multi-time champion in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation is Dr. Ice Jr. Oddball throwing him into the buckle. Like I said, you know for a fact that, like, Dr. Ice Jr., especially him, you know, he's not completely old enough where he couldn't challenge for the world title if he wanted to. But that's how much he wants to help the younger crowd. But look at Monster Mash in control. And now attacking Eclipse here. And Monster Mash just bullying right now. Get them out of the ring. There's a 5 count you have to adhere to. And both Oddball and Cannonball are in the ring longer for 5, 2. And this could be it. Oh. Well, that was a bit sketchy there. I think Dr. Ice Jr. had his foot under the rope. A shot to the back there by Cannonball. And now they're slowing down the pace of this matchup to exactly where they want it is Monster Mash. Look at Dr. Ice Jr. trying to fight out though. Trying to fight back here. But fireman carry reversal there by Oddball. You know, Monster Mash started incredible here in this season of the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. Winning a 3-way ladder match at WrestleMania to retain the tag team titles. But then losing to Lethal Mathematics and Ryan Sparks. And now wait a minute, look at this double team move here. Just running through Dr. Ice Jr. like a pair of Ford Mack trucks. As they go for the cover, this could be it. And Dr. Ice Jr. kicking out. And you know, since then they have been trying to get back to those titles, but blaming Joey Eagle, blaming Team Hall of Fame. All it is excuses. And, you know, that's not a good look for guys this early in their careers. And, left hand there. You know, Monster Mash are the guys that got rid of the natural disasters from the MPWF. You know, and having that, if you've watched the MPWF in the past, you know what that means to fight the natural disasters. And to have them gone because of Monster Mash and them not succeeding the way they want to this season of the MPWF is huge. And they need to step up. And Oddball trying to prevent Dr. Ice Jr., which he does, from making the tag to the Eclipse. You know, again, Dr. Ice Jr. and Eclipse, so there's some wily veterans. I wouldn't waste time sending a message to them. I would get the victory and go back to wherever you're going to sip champagne with Mason Gray. And get him ready for his gauntlet matchup where he could potentially become Mr. Money in the Bank. Good Lord, could you imagine if Mason Gray became Money in the Bank? And now again, they're knocking down the Eclipse. Dr. Ice Jr. popping back up at that one though. And Team Hall of Fame needs to find a way to get back in this matchup. They are struggling dearly. There's an elbow there by Dr. Ice Jr. Couple strikes there. Dr. Ice Jr. fighting back. Crowd bump with him, but Cannonball stopping the momentum, and there's a clothesline. Cannonball now immediately tagging Oddball, but Dr. Ice Jr. quickly making the tag. The wily veteran instinct, and now the Eclipse there with a clothesline. And the Eclipse with another clothesline. And Eclipse now going to go again with a third clothesline. Knocking down Oddball. And now he's got Cannonball. And the Eclipse is firing on all cylinders. Now, if the Eclipse can hit his total Eclipse finishing move, that will be it. What a right hand here. Got him up. There's a one and only by the Eclipse. Cannonball now trying to escape the Eclipse. The referee counting, doing his job for once here. And now the Eclipse saying to Cannonball, not so soon, bucko. There's a suplex. And now Oddball in trouble. Reversal there. Oddball able to fight back out. There's a big time stiff right hand, folks. You can come up with all the innovative offense you want in the world, but nothing works like a right hand to the jaw. And now Oddball gonna finish the Eclipse. Eclipse now sending Oddball back into the buckle. Now what's the Eclipse going for? Eclipse now on the second rope. Eclipse now with their jumping knee strap to the strike to the spine of Oddball, and the Eclipse looking to finish it. Dr. Ice Jr. fighting with Cannonball on the outside of the ring, and the Eclipse, total Eclipse right there on Oddball, and this is, oh wait, Dr. Ice Jr. looking to get a piece of Oddball here. Oh, a kick to the gut. Oh, double team offense by Team Hall of Fame, and now going for the cover. This could be it. To it. Oh, Cannonball getting in the ring and breaking it up. And now Dr. Ice Jr. going for a next. Oh, look at this right here. Snapmare into a boot. Team Hall of Fame are working like synergy here, folks. And a right hand again here. And they both just want to beat the hell out of Monster Mash. And now the Eclipse has got him up using Dr. Ice Jr.'s finisher, the DVD. And that sends Cannonball out. And the Eclipse is fired up, and so am I. The Eclipse now needs to just finish Oddball. And this is it. Oh, big boot. Oddball sidestepped it. Oddball now. Oh, another right hand again there. Another one. Dr. Ice Jr. The Eclipse in trouble as Dr. Ice Jr. and Cannonball fight on the outside the ring. There's a splash by Oddball. Oddball now, springboard elbow drop. Nice move. You have to applaud the athleticism of Oddball as he goes for the cover on the Eclipse, tries to finish it, and no, the Eclipse gets the shoulder up. This main event still continues, and that it is your main event for MPWF Metal. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, to like, subscribe, share, follow us on Twitter at MPWF 2013. This is CAW Wrestling at its finest. The Eclipse now Irish Whip, sending Oddball into the buckle now. And Team Hall of Fame looking to do a double team move here, whipping off the rope. Cannonball get inside the ring. The referee needs to find out how he can get back control of this matchup. There are too many men in the ring at once, and here we go, finally calming things down. And ow, oh, look at that shot there by Dr. Ice Jr. There's a chop. And a kick to the gut. Dr. Ice Jr. DDT. I know he's going to set up for the Death Valley Driver. Is Dr. Ice Jr. and he's got him. Crowd popping for that one, and he nails it, driving him right on his head. Let's take a replay at the Death Valley Driver on Oddball. Dr. Ice Jr. now going to go and knock Cannonball off the apron. Oh, Cannonball blocked it though. Cannonball saw it coming, blocked the shot, stopped him, and this matchup continues. Cannonball catching a break for Monster Mash, and now Dr. Ice Jr. knocking Cannonball off the apron. Now going back after Oddball here. Dr. Ice Jr. now. He was hoping that that could have been what he needed, but he now just works at the leg there of Oddball. Missing the stop. Oddball moving out the way. Oddball there with a stiff clothesline. And Oddball knocking the Eclipse off the apron. This could be what Monster Mash needs to win this matchup now. The Eclipse has been knocked off the apron. Oddball now throwing him. Oh, there's no Cannonball though. There's no Cannonball. But Oddball has Dr. Ice Jr. and oh my goodness! He just used him like a javelin in the second buckle. And Oddball calling for Cannonball, wanting to make a tag. And there he does. Cannonball now inside the ring. And Monster Mash are in firm control right now. Cannonball now going to hit a big time move. Oh wait, Dr. Ice Jr. with the fight back. And now Irish Whip sending Cannonball into the buckle here. Making the tag back. Eclipse now going to get back into the ring here. Whipping him off the ropes. Drop toe hold. And there's the elbow drop by the Eclipse. And now the Eclipse on a right hand. Now Cannonball going up for a one and only there by the Eclipse. And the Eclipse now fixing to end this matchup right here and now. Gonna perhaps go for the total Eclipse. No, wait, he's going to the front chancery. He's choking him out. Oh my gosh! What a suplex there by the Eclipse. He's choking him out with the front chancery to Cannonball. And now the Eclipse knocking Oddball off the apron. I've never seen that move before in my life. The suplex for the front chancery. 2 and 3, and Team Hall of Fame have done it here tonight. It was a fight, folks, and it was a good one. That was a battle between 4 big war horses here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What a main event here on Metal. What a main event here tonight on Metal. Monster Mash and Team Hall of Fame went to war, but Team Hall of Fame pulling out the victory. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? The Eclipse whipping out a move I've never seen him use before, and Team Hall of Fame celebrating like the wolf pack that they are, and they are victorious. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to tune in next because MPWF Bad Blood is coming up. This was Metal. My name's DJ Johnny Feelgood, and I'm signing out. Good night.